Hey everyone, it's Boogeyman Ben. Hope everyone's doing well and everyone had a nice day. Today is, of course, Comic Book Wednesday. It's a segment on the channel that I haven't done in about a month, so I apologize for people that are fans of this segment. But I actually went to Flying Colors Comics today, and I did have something in my saver. I didn't realize I had a couple books that I want to share and show off. And the other thing I want to talk about is the amazing experience of meeting Stan Lee, which happened last Wednesday. And it was surreal, a surreal moment in my life. Something I had always thought of, me and my best friend Mike, when we were kids growing up, we always had the idea that we would go work for Stan Lee because we were big comic collectors. He's actually one of the people that got me into collecting comics. And his name is Mike Dodson, and he's a good buddy of mine growing up. We don't see each other that much anymore, but as a kid, we were, comic collectors. He got me into Spider-Man and Secret Wars and some of these other great comic books I loved as a kid. And we always wanted to work for Marvel. We thought that Stan Lee ran Marvel, and that he was the one that was in charge of everything at that point, which was in the 80s. And he was going to draw the comic character, and actually he would doodle comic characters, and I would try to come up with stories for the characters and stuff like that. But we always dreamed of working for Marvel. Of course, that didn't happen. But getting to meet Stan Lee, and I reached out to Mike's brother, who I'm friends with on Facebook, to see if he was interested in going to the Stan Lee event. And unfortunately, I never heard anything. So maybe I don't know if he just didn't have the time to go. But it was a childhood dream to meet Stan Lee, and to get to meet him was a pretty amazing experience. And I will share that with you in the second part of this Comic Book Wednesday segment. And I hope everyone enjoys this, and please stay tuned. The first thing I want to talk about is not comic related, but it's this pop figure that I was able to order at Flying Colors Comics, and it, of course, is the infamous Hannibal Lecter. He's in his little flatbed that they wheeled him in on, and he's got the mask and everything. But I ordered this from Flying Colors, and it was last week when they got it for me, and I was surprised that they were able to find one. But I was really happy to get this, and I didn't do a segment last week, so I thought I would show them off this week. But really happy with this little figurine, because I love the Silence of the Lambs, and I thought it was great that they did a Hannibal Lecter. And I just found out they're doing a Sam from Trick or Treat, Pennywise from It. Are two of the new ones that are coming out, and I'm really excited to get those. So love these pop figures. And now on to the books. Now, first book I picked up today was X-Files Season 10, Number 3. Love this series. The last issue dealt with the Return of the Lone Gunman. And this one, I haven't read it yet because I just picked it up, but it does feature the return of Cancer Man, which I thought was great. And there's a shot of him right there. I always thought this character was so evil in the show. But it's a great book series, and I really recommend people picking it up if they get a chance. If they're X-Files fans and you really want to read a good, well-written story that really ties into the television show and the last movie, I want to believe, this is the series. So yeah, check it out if you get a chance. Excellent, excellent book. So yeah, it's X-Files. Then, of course, I got Walking Dead number 113. And I'm still waiting to get those other graphic novels before I can really even read these. So I try not to flip through them too much. But love the art. I love the black and white art. It's a hardcore book, but really well done. So yeah, excellent. And finally, Batman number 23. Now, I'm actually getting caught up on these. I think, on issue number 17 of Batman, so I'm not too far from being caught up, but I started reading the Joker books, the ones where the Joker came back, and really excellent story. And I should be wrapping up with those pretty quickly. Love the artwork in these. So just a few new books I picked up. Is the experience of meeting Stan Lee. Now, here is the item I had him sign. I went with Hulk, Incredible Hulk number 5. And as you can see right there, there is his signature. And here's the picture that was taken. They had a professional photographer on the scene, and they had quite a few people. I mean, Flying Colors Comics is a very small store. I mean, it's not, you know, miniature, but you know, it's not a huge place. But they had about, I'm gonna say, at least between 350 and 400 people there. I happened to be number 55 because they went in the order that you purchased your tickets, and the first, I think, between 150 and 200 people, they lined them up because you were almost like a VIP kind of thing. So you just sort of, you know, they let you into the store so many at a time, and the rules were you couldn't shake his hands. You couldn't shake hands with him because, you know, he is 91 years old, and you know, he doesn't want to get sick, or you know, he doesn't know, like, if people are sick and they shake his hands, and you know, he's an older man, so they were just careful about that. They said you could put your hands on his shoulder to take the picture and everything, but it was pretty much they lined us up. We went in, you know, you got to talk to him for a few minutes, and then they took the picture after he signed the item that you brought. You had to have your items out, ready for him to sign, out of the bags and everything, and just know exactly where you wanted him to sign it. But he was a very nice man, and after he signed my book, he said that I was immortalized, which I thought was funny. But he did make small talk with me a little bit, and I did tell him, you know, thanks for everything, thanks for creating these wonderful characters, and you know, it was just a surreal experience, and it's almost like crossing something off my bucket list. I always wanted to meet Stan Lee, and it was just an amazing experience. I only was in line for about an hour at the most, and that was just because they had us line up, and they had the mayor of the city there and everything. It was really a fun day, and you get to talk to people of all ages. You know, I was in line with this man and his son, and both of them were comic collectors, and you know, it was just great to meet a lot of different people and see how much, you know, Stan Lee has meant to all these people. And yeah, it was great, and I'm so happy I had him sign this. And my wife put this together for me. She did the purple and green background for the Hulk colors, and we framed him in here with the picture and everything. So yeah, just a tremendous and amazing experience, and one that I'll always remember. And it's just something that'll never happen again, I don't think, because, you know, he is an older man, and he doesn't do a lot of signings unless they're usually at comic conventions. I know he's done a few comic conventions, but again, he doesn't do a lot of stuff like this, and he almost never, I don't think he's ever done an in-store signing at a comic book store. I thank everyone for watching this, and please feel free to leave your feedback and let me know what you think, and I will see you guys later. Hope everyone has a great evening. Thanks so much.